You've probably heard it your whole life, eat more fruit, it's good for you, and that advice isn't entirely wrong. Fruits are packed with vitamins, minerals, fiber, and antioxidants. They help protect the heart, support digestion, and boost the immune system. But here's something most people don't know after the age of 60. Some fruits that were once helpful can quietly start working against you, especially when it comes to the health and appearance of your skin. The truth is, aging changes everything from how we absorb nutrients to how our skin repairs itself. Around this age, the body naturally starts producing less collagen, the protein responsible for keeping your skin firm, smooth, and elastic. On top of that, your skin becomes thinner, more fragile, and loses moisture more easily. It becomes more vulnerable to inflammation and oxidative stress, which are two of the main drivers of skin aging, and here's where certain fruits come into play. Some of them, despite being healthy, contain high amounts of sugar, especially fructose, are highly acidic, or have a very high glycemic index. This combination can silently accelerate skin damage, promote sagging, deepen wrinkles, and increase pigmentation spots. And you might not even realize it because they seem so innocent. Let's take fruit juice as an example. A glass of orange juice may feel refreshing, but it's basically pure sugar. The natural fiber that would normally help slow down sugar absorption is stripped away. That spike in blood sugar leads to a process called glycation, where excess sugar binds to proteins like collagen and elastin, damaging them permanently. The result? Sagging, wrinkled skin that loses its natural glow. There's also the issue of chronic, low-grade inflammation, a condition many people over 60 live with unknowingly. Some fruits, especially acidic or overly ripe ones, can trigger or worsen inflammation, which directly impacts the skin's texture and tone. Redness, dryness, puffiness, they're often signs of internal inflammation that's been brewing for years. A common mistake many older adults make is believing that natural sugar from fruit is always safe. But sugar is sugar, whether it comes from a candy bar or a ripe banana. When you're young, your metabolism processes it more efficiently. But after 60, insulin sensitivity drops, and your body has a harder time keeping blood sugar levels stable. This creates a constant internal stress that doesn't just affect your organs, it shows up right on your face. Here's something simple you can do right away. Start choosing fruits with a lower glycemic index, more fiber, and higher water content. These are less likely to spike your blood sugar and more likely to hydrate your skin and support collagen production. But we'll get to the best swaps in just a moment, because before we talk about what to eat instead, we need to address what might be harming you right now without you even noticing. Some of the most common fruits on your plate might be speeding up the clock on your skin. Let's begin with one of the most loved fruits among older adults, the banana. It's soft, easy to digest, rich in potassium, and feels like the perfect snack. But if you're consistently eating overripe bananas, those with lots of brown spots, you may be unknowingly accelerating the aging of your skin. Why? Because as bananas ripen, their starch turns into simple sugars, raising their glycemic index. That means they cause a faster spike in blood sugar levels, which leads to the process we mentioned earlier, glycation. Glycation damages collagen fibers, making them stiff and brittle. This not only leads to deeper wrinkles, but also causes a dull, tired-looking complexion. A better option? Choose bananas that are still slightly green, or swap them for fruits like kiwi. Kiwi is low in sugar, packed with vitamin C, and actively supports collagen production. It's also loaded with antioxidants that help fight the oxidative stress that breaks down skin cells over time. Next up is pineapple. Sweet, juicy, and often praised for its digestive benefits due to bromelain, an enzyme that helps break down protein. But pineapple is also extremely acidic. For younger skin, this might not be a big issue, but for mature skin, acidity can contribute to inflammation, redness, and increased sensitivity. It may even worsen age spots or rosacea-like symptoms in sensitive individuals. If you enjoy pineapple, consume it in moderation and never on an empty stomach. A better alternative would be ripe pear or melon. Both are hydrating, gentler on the stomach, and provide fiber and vitamin C without the harsh acidity. Then we have watermelon, a summertime favorite. It's refreshing and hydrating. Yes, but also one of the fruits with the highest glycemic index. It spikes blood sugar rapidly, which in turn increases insulin production, a process that over time can worsen skin sagging and trigger underlying inflammatory conditions. You'll often notice this kind of damage in the form of under-eye bags or puffiness after a sugar-heavy meal. Instead of watermelon, reach for strawberries or raspberries. These berries are low in sugar, high in antioxidants like anthocyanins, and support the repair of skin tissue damaged by sun or pollution, both major contributors to premature aging. Another common mistake is drinking grape juice or eating large quantities of grapes, thinking they're a heart-healthy option. While grapes do contain resveratrol, a powerful antioxidant, they are also extremely high in fructose, especially red and purple varieties. Excess fructose is metabolized in the liver and, in high amounts, can lead to fat accumulation and oxidative stress. On the skin, this shows up as loss of firmness and increased pore visibility. A better alternative is a handful of blueberries or an apple with the peel. The skin of the apple contains quercetin, a flavonoid that helps calm inflammation and protect skin cells from UV damage. It's also important to pay attention to how you're consuming your fruit. For instance, if you peel your apple, you're removing most of its fiber and antioxidant content, leaving mostly sugar behind. This is a small habit with a big consequence over time. Fiber slows down the absorption of sugar and supports gut health, which is closely linked to skin health. To make the most of your fruit, always eat it whole, with the peel when possible, and pair it with a fat or protein source like a few almonds or a spoon of yogurt to reduce the glycemic impact. One more fruit to consider is mango. Delicious, tropical, and rich in vitamin A, but when fully ripe, it becomes a sugar bomb. Eating mango daily, especially in large portions, can overwhelm your body's ability to process fructose, leading to skin flare-ups and oil imbalance. If you love mango, have it occasionally and in small amounts. Alternatively, try papaya. In moderation, papaya offers enzymes that help with digestion, vitamin C to support collagen, and it's gentler on your blood sugar levels, especially when combined with chia seeds, which add fiber and slow digestion. As we've seen, the issue is not that fruit is bad. It's about making better choices for your age and body. Your skin is a reflection of what's going on inside you. By adjusting the types and amounts of fruits you consume, you're not only protecting your skin, you're also stabilizing your energy, supporting your metabolism, and keeping inflammation in check. Now that you understand which fruits might be quietly working against your skin, it's time to look at what you can do to turn the situation around. The good news is that you don't have to give up fruit entirely. In fact, when chosen wisely, fruit can become one of your greatest allies in restoring skin vitality, improving hydration, and even reversing some of the visible signs of aging. The key is to focus on nutrient density, fiber content, and glycemic balance. Start by prioritizing fruits that are rich in antioxidants compounds that fight the free radicals responsible for breaking down skin cells. These free radicals come from environmental factors like sun exposure and pollution, but also from internal processes like inflammation and high blood sugar. As you age, your natural antioxidant defenses decrease, making it even more important to get these nutrients from your diet. Berries, especially blueberries, blackberries, and raspberries, are among the best choices. They are low in sugar, high in fiber, and loaded with polyphenols like anthocyanins, which protect the collagen layer beneath your skin. Studies have shown that a diet rich in berries can improve skin elasticity, even tone, and hydration levels over time. Add a small handful to your breakfast or blend them into a smoothie with unsweetened yogurt for an anti-aging boost. Another powerful skin-supporting fruit is avocado. Technically a fruit, it's high in monounsaturated fats and vitamin E, both of which are essential for skin barrier repair and deep hydration. These healthy fats help the skin hold onto moisture, reduce the appearance of fine lines, and support the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins like A and D. Just half an avocado a day can make a noticeable difference in skin softness and tone, especially in drier, mature skin types. Let's also talk about hydration. One of the simplest but most overlooked ways to maintain youthful skin is to stay properly hydrated. With age, your sense of thirst diminishes and the body becomes more prone to dehydration. Dehydrated skin appears dull, papery, and tired. Along With drinking enough water, adding hydrating fruits like cucumber, watermelon in moderation, cantaloupe, and oranges can help restore moisture to your cells. But remember, always consume these fruits in their whole form, never juiced, to preserve their fiber content and avoid sugar spikes. Citrus fruits can also be beneficial, especially those high in vitamin C like acerola, lemon, and grapefruit. Vitamin C is essential for the production of new collagen and helps prevent and fade age spots caused by sun damage. Just one small serving of acerola can contain over 100% of your daily vitamin C needs. When using citrus, aim for small amounts and always pair them with food to minimize their acidic effect on your stomach and avoid triggering inflammation in sensitive skin. There's another group of fruits that deserve attention, those rich in carotenoids like papaya, mango in moderation, and cantaloupe. These compounds are precursors to vitamin A, which plays a crucial role in skin cell regeneration and maintaining a smooth texture. While supplements can sometimes cause irritation or dryness, getting vitamin A through food is a gentler and safer way to support healthy skin turnover. To make your fruit intake truly work for you, timing matters as well. Eating fruit earlier in the day when your insulin sensitivity is high can reduce the risk of sugar being stored as fat or converted into harmful compounds that damage your skin. Many older adults fall into the trap of snacking on sweet fruits late at night, which not only disturbs sleep but also triggers overnight glycation and inflammation, processes that are harder to control with age. Here's a practical tip: build your plate with balance in mind. For every serving of fruit, include a healthy fat or a source of protein. For example, pair an apple with almond butter or mix papaya with a spoon of plain Greek yogurt and chia seeds. This slows digestion, protects your blood sugar, and maximizes nutrient absorption, resulting in clearer, firmer, and more radiant skin. By shifting from high sugar, low fiber fruits to those that are antioxidant rich, fiber dense, and skin supportive, you begin to take control not just of how you age, but how you feel every day. You protect your skin from the inside out while also supporting energy, brain clarity, and mood stability, 3 things that matter just as much as appearance. Beyond choosing the right fruits, it's critical to understand how your overall metabolism changes after the age of 60 and how this affects your skin more than most people realize. As we age, the body becomes less efficient at managing glucose, regulating hormones, and repairing damaged tissues. These shifts don't just impact internal health. They show up directly on your skin, often in subtle but persistent ways. One major factor is insulin resistance. This condition becomes increasingly common in older adults and means your body cells aren't responding to insulin as effectively as they once did. As a result, glucose lingers in the bloodstream longer than it should, promoting chronic inflammation and oxidative stress. In the skin, this shows up as sagging, slower healing, uneven pigmentation, and an overall dull appearance. Here's where the role of fruit and sugar in general becomes more relevant. Many older adults unknowingly contribute to this cycle by over-consuming sweet fruits under the impression that they're universally beneficial. This is one of the most common dietary mistakes among people over 60, assuming all natural sugars are harmless. But the body doesn't differentiate much between a sugary soda and a glass of fruit juice when it comes to blood sugar impact. Both can lead to the same hormonal and inflammatory consequences. What makes this especially dangerous is that skin aging caused by sugar damage is not easily reversible. Once collagen fibers become glycated, that is damaged by sugar, they become stiff and lose their ability to support the skin's structure. This results in fine lines deepening into wrinkles, skin losing its bounce, and a tired, aged appearance that no amount of topical creams can fix. It has to be addressed from within. Let's simplify this with a useful concept. Skin is not just a surface, it's an organ, and it needs to be nourished and protected just like your heart or brain. That's why a skin-healthy diet after 60 must include more than just less sugar. It needs the right combination of nutrients that fight inflammation, promote tissue repair, and protect against environmental damage. Vitamin E, for example, is a powerful antioxidant that helps neutralize free radicals and reduce oxidative damage to skin cells. You'll find it in fruits like avocado and in small quantities in berries and kiwis. Another key player is zinc, which is essential for wound healing and skin regeneration. While not abundant in fruits, combining fruit with zinc-rich. Snacks like pumpkin seeds or cashews can make your skin repair mechanisms work more effectively. Then there's fiber. After 60, digestion tends to slow down, and gut health often becomes compromised. A healthy gut microbiome is directly linked to better skin, as it controls inflammation throughout the body. Choosing fruits high in both soluble and insoluble fiber such as apples with the peel, pears, and berries helps regulate bowel movements, stabilize blood sugar, and feed the beneficial bacteria that reduce systemic inflammation. Here's a mistake to avoid: snacking constantly on fruit throughout the day. Many older adults keep fruit bowls handy and snack every few hours thinking they're making a healthy choice. But this habit keeps insulin levels elevated, which not only impacts metabolism but also breaks down skin integrity over time. A better strategy is to enjoy fruit as part of a complete meal where protein, fat, and fiber are present to create a more stable blood sugar response. Let's bring in a practical routine. Start your morning with a balanced breakfast that includes skin-supportive fruits. For example, a bowl of plain yogurt topped with blueberries, flax seeds, and a few slices of kiwi. This combination delivers probiotics, omega-3s, fiber, and vitamin C, all crucial for skin repair and hydration. For lunch, consider a spinach salad with grilled chicken, avocado, and a small serving of pomegranate seeds or orange slices. At dinner, skip dessert and hydrate instead with a herbal tea and a piece of dark chocolate, which contains flavonoids that also benefit the skin. This is not about deprivation. It's about creating harmony between what you enjoy and what your body needs at this stage of life. Small changes, consistently applied, led to noticeable improvements not only in how you look, but in how you feel: more energetic, more clear-headed, and more in control. As we move deeper into understanding how diet influences skin health after 60, it's important to connect the dots between your skin, your organs, and your energy levels. The skin is often called the mirror of internal health, and that's especially true as we age. What you see on the outside, dryness, spots, wrinkles, is often a reflection of what's happening inside your gut, liver, and bloodstream. The choices you make at the table have a far greater impact than any cream or serum ever could. One of the most important internal organs involved in skin health is the liver. It processes toxins, hormones, and excess sugar. If the liver is overworked, something that becomes increasingly common with age, it struggles to filter out harmful substances efficiently. These toxins can end up circulating in your blood longer than they should, and one of the ways the body tries to get rid of them is through the skin. This leads to breakouts, dullness, and a grey or tired complexion. Certain fruits can either support or burden the liver depending on their sugar and antioxidant content. Citrus fruits like lemon and grapefruit, for example, support liver function due to their flavonoids and ability to stimulate detox enzymes. Adding fresh lemon juice to warm water in the morning or incorporating grapefruit into your breakfast a few times a week can help your liver clear excess estrogen and toxins more efficiently. This internal cleanup shows up on the skin in the form of a clearer, brighter, and more even tone. But there's a warning here: grapefruit can interact with certain medications, including blood pressure and cholesterol drugs. Always check with your doctor before introducing it into your routine. This highlights a common oversight. Many older adults don't realize that natural foods can still interact with medications. Being proactive and informed about these interactions is part of a smart, age-conscious lifestyle. Let's also talk about another underestimated aspect of aging skin: circulation. Blood flow naturally declines with age, meaning fewer nutrients reach the skin's surface. This slows healing, increases dryness, and contributes to the thinning of the skin. One way to improve circulation naturally is through fruits rich in flavonoids and nitrates. Beets, yes, technically a root vegetable, but often consumed in fruit-based juices. Pomegranate and blueberries are particularly effective. Pomegranate, in particular, contains punicalagins, potent antioxidants that not only improve circulation but also protect skin cells from UV damage. Including a few tablespoons of pomegranate seeds with meals a few times a week can support better blood flow and reduce the visibility of veins and broken capillaries on the skin's surface. At this stage, one of the smartest dietary strategies you can apply is to rotate your fruit choices weekly. This ensures you're getting a broad range of nutrients without overwhelming your body with the same sugar profiles or allergens. Many older adults fall into routine, the same apple every day, the same juice at breakfast, the same evening snack. While routines can be comforting, variety is what keeps your nutrient intake balanced and your body responsive. Here's a tip to implement now: create a weekly fruit rotation chart. On Monday and Tuesday, focus on berries and citrus. Wednesday and Thursday, switch to apples, pears, or papaya. Friday and Saturday, bring in watermelon or cantaloupe in small amounts. Sunday, go green with kiwi or avocado-based snacks. This keeps your skin supplied with a full spectrum of vitamins while avoiding the excesses of any single fruit. Another overlooked mistake is eating fruit on an empty stomach. While it might seem harmless, doing so, especially first thing in the morning, can lead to quick sugar absorption and a crash later in the day. Over time, this contributes to insulin resistance, fatigue, and inflammation, all of which are detrimental to skin quality. The better approach is to pair fruit with healthy fats or proteins. Even just adding a handful of nuts or a boiled egg alongside your fruit can significantly change your body's metabolic response. Remember, what you eat is not just fuel, it's information. Every bite communicates with your body, influencing how your skin renews itself, how your immune system reacts, and how fast or slow you show signs of aging. After 60, the goal is not to chase youth, but to age with clarity, energy, and dignity. Making small but strategic changes to your fruit choices is a step in that direction. As we approach the final part of this journey, it's time to bring everything into focus. What truly determines how your skin ages after 60 is not a single food, a miracle supplement, or a genetic lottery. It's a pattern of small, daily choices that either support or sabotage the systems that keep you healthy, vibrant, and full of life. And among those choices, fruit plays a far more important role than most people imagine. At this stage of life, the body operates differently. It no longer tolerates excess the way it once did. What used to be processed with ease now lingers longer in the bloodstream, taxing organs like the liver, the pancreas, and even the skin. This is why the old approach of more is better, more fruit, more juice, more natural sugar needs to evolve into something more refined. Your body is asking for precision. It wants balance, not abundance. Nourishment, not just nutrition. This doesn't mean giving up pleasure or flavor. In fact, when you choose the right fruits at the right time and in the right combinations, you can enjoy them fully while giving your body exactly what it needs to thrive. The goal is not to eliminate, but to transform how you relate to food. Instead of eating fruit mindlessly between meals or late at night, you begin to see it as a tool, something you can use to help your skin rebuild, your energy return, and your clarity improve. One of the most effective things you can do is to bring structure into your eating rhythm. Start the day with intention. Include fruit early when your metabolism is more responsive and your blood sugar is more stable. Eat it as part of a balanced meal where it works together with other nutrients instead of against them. This way, the natural sugars are absorbed more slowly, your insulin remains steady, and your body is better able to use what you've consumed rather than store it as excess. Equally important is the mindset shift that comes with age. Many people reach their 60s and begin to feel that the decline is inevitable, that the mirror is only going to be less kind, the energy more fleeting, the skin less forgiving. But this simply isn't true. The body remains remarkably adaptable, even into the 8th and 9th decades of life. What it needs is partnership. It needs you to listen and to act. That action can be as simple as paying attention to how certain fruits make you feel. Do you notice your face looks puffier after eating grapes or melon late at night? Does your skin feel tighter, your energy steadier when you start the day with berries and protein rather than juice and toast? These are not coincidences. They are feedback. Your body is always communicating, it just needs you to respond with care. The truth is, aging with grace has less to do with trying to look young and more to do with feeling present in your own skin. It's about waking up and recognizing yourself in the mirror, not as someone who's lost something, but as someone who's still fully alive, still in motion, still able to make choices that matter. Fruit can either be a silent driver of decline or a quiet partner in your renewal. And that decision belongs to you. If you've made it this far, it means something inside you is shifting. Maybe it's the realization that the small things you do every day, the way you eat, the way you care for your body, the way you think about aging, carry far more weight than you ever imagined. It's not about chasing perfection. It's not about turning back the clock. It's about choosing to live this chapter of your life with intention, clarity, and dignity. After the age of 60, every choice echoes deeper into the body. The systems that once worked automatically now require your attention, your cooperation. But there's something powerful in that too, because now, more than ever, you have the ability to tune in, to respond, to partner with your body instead of working against it. That includes the food you choose. The moment you stop treating fruit as a harmless indulgence and start seeing it as a tool, one that can either fuel inflammation or build resilience, you take a step toward ownership of your health. This doesn't mean living in fear of food. It means living with awareness. Understanding that just because something is natural doesn't mean it's always helpful. That just because a habit has lasted decades doesn't mean it deserves another one. It means asking better questions. How do I want to feel? What kind of energy do I want to wake up with? What do I want my reflection to show me, not just on my face, but in my eyes, in my posture, in the way I carry myself through the world? You don't need extreme diets, expensive products, or impossible routines to get there. You need presence. You need consistency. And above all, you need to believe that it's still worth it, that your body is still worth caring for, your health is still worth protecting, your life is still full of moments waiting to be fully lived. Skin may wrinkle, hair may gray, but vitality is a choice that has no expiration date. So tomorrow, when you reach for something to eat, ask yourself what it's building. Are you building energy, strength, clarity? Or are you unknowingly building fatigue, inflammation, and decline? You have the power to decide, and it starts with the fruit on your plate.